Welcome to the ArmaniTalks YouTube channel. I'm your host, ArmaniTalks. In this channel, I'm covering communication skills for you to level up your way with words and become much more articulate. If you're new to this channel, welcome aboard. Every Mondays, Wednesdays, and Fridays, I'm dropping brand new videos on topics such as public speaking, social skills, emotional resilience, and much more. Join the tribe by hitting that subscribe button right on below, hit that bell notification, and never miss another video again. If you're a returning viewer, go on and drop that like for me right on below as we enter the social skills world. And we're going to answer the question, is approaching people weird? The following talk is from my book, Wordplay, 101 Short Stories, Essays, and Insights to Improve Your Communication Skills, which is currently available on Amazon and Audible. I'm going to drop the link for the book in the description box and the pinned comment right on below. The first thing that we have to ask ourselves is, what does weird mean? And in the beginning of this short story, I talk about how there's two kinds of weird. There's bad weird, and then there's good weird. Bad weird is when someone is boring, narcissistic, or awkward. Good weird is when someone is a little goofy, has unpredictable humor, and is bold. So let's ask that question again. Is approaching people weird? Yes. And it could possibly be bad weird or good weird, depending on how it's executed. Roughly around 2006, there was this phenomena going on in my high school. There was this show called The Pickup Artist, which came out, and I believe the lead of the show was this guy named Mystery. Now, Mystery lived up to his name. You look at the guy and he looks like a mystery. He has this hat on, he's wearing eyeliner, he has a black nail polish, he has this big jacket on. And I'm looking at this guy and I'm thinking, what's his deal? And why is he the lead of a show called The Pickup Artist? The premise of this show was to turn very nerdy and geeky people into Casanovas, ladies' men. And Mystery was apparently one of these ladies' men. I was like, this guy? No way. So in the beginning of the show, what happens is the pickup artists allow the nerds and the geeks to go into a club and to try to approach different women. And the main reason that they're being put in this scenario in the first episode is to pretty much highlight what dorks these guys are. These guys are getting nervous, they're having a panic attack, they're sweating, and these guys are then taken out of the club scenario and put back in the bus. This is when Mystery, along with his two other pickup artist buddies, they go back into the same club. And they're starting to talk with a lot of the people that the nerdy people got terrified by. And Mystery lived up to the name of the pickup artist. He was seamlessly telling jokes, being charismatic, and getting other people to love him. Once that display was done, he goes into the bus, and now he has the ears and the eyes of the geeky people. They know that Mystery is someone who knows what he's talking about. And this is when Mystery said, listen, guys, I was one time in that same position that you guys were in. I too used to get nervous, just like you guys just did. But you know what I did? I kept approaching people. The more that I kept on approaching people, the easier that it got for me as time went on by. It's a muscle. And the more that you work out this muscle, the more that you will go from bad weird to good weird. So I'm watching the show. I think I was like 15 or 16 at the time. My friend Asif calls me. My other friend Dietrich calls me. And they're like, are you watching the show? And I'm like, yeah, I am watching it. And the other two are like, what do you think we should do? I'm like, I don't know. You think we should go to a mall and start approaching people? And they are like, yeah, let's do it. So The upcoming weekend, myself, Asif, Deetra, we gather together and we go to the mall. And our main intention, our goal is to go up to random girls and try to break the ice with them. And each time we were trying to do it, we got nervous. And we would make different excuses as to why we couldn't do it. We'd be like, well, I was about to approach this girl, but she looks like she's busy. Well, I was about to approach this girl, but I don't know, I just got scared. Well, I was about to approach this girl, and the excuses just kept on piling on and on and on. And I was like, what's gonna happen? I mean, we've been in the mall for 2 hours, and none of us have said hello to even one person. As the hours were winding down, and as we were about to get picked up by our parents, we're like, okay, we gotta do something. We have to break the ice. We have to approach at least one person. Each of us, okay? Asif eventually pulls the trigger. He says hello to someone. They respond back, and it seems as though it's going smooth. Deetra goes up to someone, and once again, it's looking pretty smooth. Now I'm the odd man out. I gotta say something. And I still remember it like it was yesterday. The person that I ended up going up to, I already had my line prepared. And I was just gonna ask for the time. So I go up to the girl. She was this white girl, brown hair. And I go up to her. I'm like, excuse me, do you have the time? And I kid you not, she was like, leave me the fuck alone. And she walks away. And when she does that, what happens is that Asif and Deetra are done talking with their people, and they literally just watched me get rejected like that. I didn't even say anything bad. All I said or asked was, can I get the time? And she behaved like that. So afterwards, I go back in the circle, and Asif and Deetra is like, nah, man, don't worry about it. It'll all be okay. I was expecting that I was going to be hurt, but that wasn't the case. Instead, I felt more alive, because that moment was very similar to me getting on the public speaking stage one of the first times and not saying anything. Both of these moments is when you get the worst part out of the way, and from here, it's just up. So our parents were about to pick us up, and I'm like to Asif and Deetra, let's go. Let's say hello to at least one more person. And they were looking at me like I was crazy. They were like, didn't this guy just get cursed out? I mean, what's he so enthusiastic for? But that moment, even though at that time, initially it stung, later on, it was a good moment. And I realized that to break the ice, it is about putting yourself in an uncertain situation where a lot of the times the interactions are going to be the bad kind of weird. But this is one of those fields. To reach good weird, you have to get through the bad weird first. It's just a part of the game. Later on, as more years started to go on by, 2006 turned into 2012, 2012 turned into 2016. What I try to do is at least once a week, not every single day, but once a week, I try to strike up the conversation with at least one person. Sometimes it could be in a networking event. Other times it could be in the Uber ride. Other times it could be asking the waiter a question about their establishment. But simply by adding that goal of having 1 week of me approaching someone, me breaking the ice, this allows me to be consistent. I'm not trying to do it every single day for a reason, because over time that creates burnout. But just incorporating one moment out of the week, and for some people, it could just be one moment out of the month. By breaking the ice, they too can go from the bad weird to a good weird. And the good weird, in order to break the ice, it doesn't necessarily require too much words. A simple hello does the trick. A lot of the times, the less words that you use allows for more use of body language, and that is another way to properly break the ice. So to answer the question, is approaching people weird? Yes, it is weird. It's bad weird and good weird. And to get to the good weird, you must first go through the bad weird. To go through the bad weird, it's best to incorporate at least one moment in any time interval of your choice to break the ice, to be the first person to enter the other person's world, to ask a question, and to use this as an opportunity to exercise polished body language. Over time, you will be the good kind of weird, and you will be much more charismatic. If you would like more short stories like this into the world of communication skills, be sure to check out Wordplay. Times are tough. We're busier than ever. A lot of people, they want to read books, but they don't have the time to read a book from beginning to end. That's why you're in luck with Wordplay. Each of the 101 short stories, essays, and insights are roughly 800 words to 1,000 words. You could finish it in one sitting. You will learn much more about public speaking, social skills, how to control your emotions, and much more. Grab a copy of Wordplay in the description box, in the pinned comment, or go on ArmaniTalks.com and grab your copy today. Thank you very much for joining the Armani Talks YouTube channel, and I will catch you next time.